Hey,
Hey,
I'm walking here.
hey.
What's
Um,
up, Chris?
what's up? Welcome to the Nolan Nerdcast, episode 79.
Yeah,
Yeah,
episode 79.
I know.
It seems like we've done a lot of these, especially when you consider that that number scheme is horribly inaccurate.
Oh, it's so wrong. We're really like in like 400.
Isn't that weird?
Uh, Sometimes when I don't think about it, it's okay. But when I actually think of every episode we've ever done, it's exhausting.
Forever. You know, we missed our 5-year anniversary.
Did we?
Yeah, we started when New 52 began in 2011, remember?
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I
So, yeah,
completely forgot our anniversary also.
way to go, Chris. I was waiting on you to bring it up.
Oh, do you want a divorce?
Yes.
No. Well, I'm not signing any papers.
Well, you don't have to sign. I've got it all right here.
Nah.
Right here, Chris.
What is that? Let me see it. Should I hold that paper up?
The contract.
Yeah? Contract?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That you signed.
When?
I don't know, dude. My right eye is killing me. My contact is acting all up.
How long has it been in your eye?
I just tried to fix it. It's no bueno, though.
Okay, well, get yourself an eye patch like a
Check
cool
this
guy.
out, Chris. I'm just going to do this all day.
Okay.
So PewDiePie says he's no longer going to make Nazi jokes.
Well, good job, I guess.
Way to take the hottest take of Stan's right there.
He's taking the high moral ground.
Yeah. It's all fun and games until actual shit happens.
And now I refuse to be part of it. I
Well,
can't believe PewDiePie still has the subscription numbers that
think about it. How often do you actually unsubscribe from something?
I go through it every couple of months.
Okay, well, you're you.
I guess people just like subscribed and forgot.
I mean, that's pretty much what happens. You subscribe to something and then you just kind of like ignore the messages.
Yeah,
they just go to your spam folder. So most subscription numbers don't really decrease when you think about it.
That's crazy to me because I look at things and I'm like, this channel is not making me happy. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, well, you're also a very finicky folk.
I am a finicky folk. You're absolutely correct.
So, Chris, what do you want to talk first?
Let's talk comics first, my man.
Hi, dog. My bruh.
My bruh.
Go.
All right. So Sarah Lane is in final negotiation to be in the Hellboy movie as some sort of fairy person.
Huh?
Which I thought we covered all the fairy people in the second one, but what do I know?
You know nothing.
I like Jon Snow. I know nothing. Is that meme still good?
Probably.
I don't know. Julian McMahon will be joining the Runaways as an unknown character named Jonah. You remember Julian McMahon? He was Dr. Doom.
Sure, yeah. That was the guy from Nip Tuck.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm really curious what else he's been in since both Fantastic Four and the end of Nip Tuck.
Well,
has he been in Suits?
There's an easy way. Was he in Suits? I don't think he was in Suits.
I'm just guessing because it seems like they're all in that.
But I'm gonna look it up. You keep talking. I'm gonna do the internet thing and sleuth.
All right. Kirk Acevedo has been cast as Richard Dragon in the next season of Arrow, which I'm excited to get Richard Dragon because
I know you are. All right, Julian McMahon, right?
Yeah.
All right, Julian McMahon. What have you been up to?
What's he been up to?
Well, I mean, who can forget the classic 2016 series Hunters?
Who?
Exactly. That's it.
Huh.
And a bunch of stuff you've never heard of.
Makes sense.
Unless, Chris, you have forgotten about the Emmy Award-nominated Fire with Fire. Which apparently was an action crime drama starring Rosario Dawson, Bruce Willis, and Josh Duhamel, in which she played a super bit part.
Oh no!
Oh, never mind.
Oh, he was going to have a career once.
Yeah, not anymore.
Marvel giveth and Marvel taketh away.
No, Fox.
Well, Fox, yeah.
Fox,
right.
Fox. Unless you played Johnny Storm, being in a Fantastic Four film is a career killer.
That is true.
I mean, seriously, what's Jessica Alba been up to?
Oh, she was in Machete, remember?
Yeah, when was that, buddy?
Jesus, when was Machete?
Exactly. And then you have Michael Chiklis. He's really been tearing up the charts.
Oh, he's in basic retirement. He's done.
But that's my point, Chris. Once you're in a Fantastic Four movie, but you're not Johnny Storm, that's a wrap.
Where's Ioan Gruffudd?
Who?
Mr. Fantastic in those movies.
Exactly.
Oh, I have to. He was in that time travel television show. One of the time travel shows that came out.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Fantastic Four. This is what we do now.
Yeah, we just Google stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but we discuss it as well.
Oh, wow, he's actually done stuff.
Ioan Gruffudd. What a dumb name.
Well, he's Welsh.
Dumb name. He's in a bunch of shows I've never heard of.
Cool.
Forever and Unreal and Liar.
Forever was the time travel show because there was like 6 time travel shows going on.
Yeah, but Timeless was the only good one.
Yeah, well, say la vie.
Also, he was the voice of Tio Maro in Justice League War.
Wow, that just goes to show you how much of an impression he left.
So, oh, wait, and how can we forget his turn as dark-haired man in American Dad?
Oh, what a great role. Literally anyone could be dark-haired man.
Or Robot Guard in Ben 10.
Ouch. Was it one of the good Ben 10s?
Who knows? Hey, we got people all up in chat.
Hey.
We got Perkins and Kogasu. I heard they're fairly all right.
Yeah. Robert Kirkman has some news this week. So
yeah.
First things first.
First thing first, I'm the realist.
First things first. Him and Skybound Entertainment have signed a new deal with Amazon, and Amazon will get first look at all Skybound properties. So if they're going to make Invincible, it's going to be on Amazon.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Consequently, him and his other producers are also suing AMC for profits from The Walking Dead.
Miller? Oh, Kirkman. Sorry.
Yes.
Why?
Because he's been owed back payment.
Weird. Okay.
So this is apparently not uncommon. So.
Word.
Yeah.
What else?
What?
Oh, this is good. I was hoping you were going to bring this up. This is my best news of the week.
What's that?
Which you were just
Tennant being in Jessica Jones season 2?
Oh, no, never mind.
Oh. David Tennant and Michael Sheen being in the Good Omens Amazon series?
No.
What is it?
You not know what Good Omens is?
No, I know what Good Omens is.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Good Omens, but I never finished it.
Okay.
I think what it is I don't really like Terry Pratchett. So
man, Good Omens is one of my favorite books ever. So good.
Yeah, I've tried it a couple of times and it just doesn't work for me.
Well, your track record for finishing books is low.
That's better than it has been. Switch to audiobooks; they're much easier to finish.
Chris.
So yeah, that should be. If the miniseries is good, that'll be all that I need.
Okay.
Yeah, and David Tennant's going to be rejoining Jessica Jones season 2, probably as a flashback, considering how season 1 ended.
Either flashback or when she has like a breakdown or something, and he's in her mind talking.
Yeah. Although in the comic, Purple Man's like immortal and like has a healing factor. So.
Yep.
Marvin Crondon Jones has been cast as Tobias Whale, who will be the main villain for Black Lightning.
Nice.
I looked at a picture of this dude. This dude looks pretty great.
What's his name?
Just look up Crondon. He's like a rapper of some kind. Krondon.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's gonna be a great fucking whale. He looks intimidating as fuck.
Yeah, I love it. I think he looks pretty cool. And finally, Studio Ghibli will no longer be distributed in the U.S. by Disney. They will be distributed by something called G-Kids. What this means is we may get to see, more Ghibli movies in theaters than we have in the past.
Okay, I'm down.
Without the Disney, and the DVDs will probably be out more frequently.
I'm explaining what Good Omens is in the chat. Keep going.
Cool. That's the last bit of news I have. I wanted to get your take on something, though, because it's something I've heard a lot of this week. How are you feeling about MoviePass? Have you heard of MoviePass?
I have. And the fact that it's dropping from 30 to 10?
Yes.
Let
me ask you this first of all.
I looked into it, so I don't know.
Let me ask you this first of all. So I looked it up. I actually had to Google what the fuck is MoviePass. And basically what it turns out is $10 a month, and you can go see one movie a day, I believe. Let me pull up my my notes. Because Variety has a very great article about it.
Okay.
And the big issue right now is that AMC is like not happy with it.
Well, yeah, because they're going to lose out. So I guarantee there's going to be a whole lot of like asterisks next to things.
For $9.95, you have the option to see one per day, every day.
Yeah.
Now, there's some issues. There's you can't do anything in IMAX or 3D. You have to buy at the theater. You can only buy single tickets, and that's the biggest issues.
I'm not going to lie, though. That's really a damn good deal. Now, question is, does it also work with Disney movies, which actually, yes, because it's not technically a free pass.
Right. What's going to happen is it's going to be at a loss for MoviePass, because you're going to buy the tickets like straight from the theater, but MoviePass is going to buy it, and then you're going to pay them like $10.
Yeah. No, so, I mean, that's kind of amazing.
It's a really, really great deal, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
Would you sign up for it?
I would.
Enough movies to consider it.
I mean, but that's the beautiful thing is, for the cost of a single movie a month, you can then go see all the movies you would be like, I don't know if I want to pay $15 to go see that movie. Now you start going to the theater more, and you start seeing a wider range of films like we did when we had our free movie passes.
Yeah.
And we would just be like, yeah, screw it, let's go see this movie because we're not paying for it. But if we had to shell out $15 a trip, I guarantee you we wouldn't have seen half the films we saw.
That's very true.
Like,
I think this is a pretty stellar deal.
I agree. And it's only at AMC, right?
No, AMC is the main theater who's fighting it.
Oh, well.
Because Movie Tavern, my theater of choice, Movie Tavern, just put a thing on their Facebook saying now.
Okay.
So, but AMC, is going to take. AMC wants that pie all to itself, so they're not happy about losing any of it.
I'm down.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll find out more by next year when it becomes a little more widespread.
Exactly. Someone in chat said they no longer have to pay half my soul to see the movies. And to be fair, not seeing something in 3D is not really a killer for me, Like, there's only a handful of movies I care about seeing in IMAX. And that's the 2 Marvel and DC movies a year.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is...
like Star Wars? Yeah, I'd spring to see Star Wars Episode 8 in IMAX.
Yeah. But, like, you wouldn't see, I don't know. I don't even know if it comes in 3D, like Atomic Blonde in 3D.
No, God, no. Don't even
There's
see
no
that
point.
in IMAX. It's not necessary.
Yeah. You want to talk about some comics, or you want to talk about video games?
You know what? There's only really one comic to talk about this week. Let's knock it out.
Okay. There is one comic we absolutely have to talk about, but I want to show some panels from 2 others.
Okay.
Dark Knight's The Metal.
Well, yeah, that's the one we're talking about.
No, I know. That's the lead-in.
Well, you said you had 2 other books to talk about first.
Yeah, you want me to do those first?
Yeah, knock that out the way.
Okay. Cool. Number 1, Batman number 29, The War of Jokes and Riddles.
Yep.
This comic is pretty great, all things considered. This is my favorite panel of the week right here. This splash page of Batman holding this dinner and trying to find out the reason who he should throw his bet with in the war.
You know my favorite part about this issue is when Bruce Wayne asks them why they feel they need to kill Batman and why they deserve to, and Riddler gives this very detailed answer, and Joker goes, because I'm the Joker and he's the Riddler, and who cares about the Riddler?
It's so good.
Also, it has some terrible puns in it, Chris.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, Chris, knock, knock.
Who's there?
You're up.
You're a poo.
No, you're a poo.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. This whole arc is wonderful. It's gonna be a great trade when it's finished.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My only thing is the concern I mentioned last week, where it feels oddly, out of place, like in the Batman timeline. Like
right.
You kind of have to look at it like an Elseworlds because it doesn't feel like it fits.
It does not.
But I still love it. Next, I have Superman number 29, and I want to share this with you. Huh?
Parallax?
Yes. Your boy is back.
My boy is back, the Fear entity, and then Sinestro.
Yes. That was pretty exciting.
Because Sinestro's not even in the Green Lantern books at the moment.
No. And I hadn't seen stop.
I think your Twitter.
Yeah, I had stopped reading Green Lantern a long time ago, but seeing Sinestro back was kind of refreshing. It had been so long that I had kind of missed him. So it was very nice to see him. And this Superman run has been something really special, and I think it's very, very well done.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Let's talk about the big book. The big dog of the week.
I love all the different covers of this series.
Yes, I got them all in my issue.
Did you? Pull up the one where the different Justice League members make up the metal sign.
You mean the front cover?
Yeah. Well, because this is the cover I got.
Oh, that's not the cover I have. They're all in there in the first 5 pages.
All right, well, bust it up.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Throwing up the horns. You know how much I felt stupid when I realized that that's what the design was?
Yeah, I didn't catch that until you mentioned it.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, because Greg Capullo's a huge metalhead.
Oh, sure.
So, look, when he drew the Justice League, they're in this sign of a heavy metal sign.
Yeah, well, when you draw Spawn for as many years as Greg Capullo, you kind of have to be predisposed to it.
I just think that's pretty awesome. That's all.
I think it's very cool. I like all the covers that were in there.
So you know what? What's up?
Sorry, you go ahead.
What's interesting is when you look at the checklist, metal doesn't end until Valentine's Day of next year.
Yeah.
That is a long time.
It's a however,
the final half of metal, 4, 5, and 6, all occur within 6 weeks of each other.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get Metal 3 on October 11th, and then nothing for 2.5 months.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a bunch of
One-offs
and a couple of crossovers with other
I don't
issues.
I don't mind reading the one-offs, but I don't like the idea of having to read all these. I really hope like the Teen Titans number 12 isn't a necessity, you know?
No, and I don't feel like it could be.
Well, who knows?
I mean, yeah, we don't know.
I didn't
But
think
I like
the Secret Empire either, but here we are.
Well, I like that they said that the metal is going to be it's going to be one issue, no tie-ins, one event, no tie-ins, and it's just a bunch of tie-ins.
Yeah, it's a lie. That's just like saying Marvel doesn't do events anymore, and then
every book is an event.
Yeah. By the way, have you read any of those? Because they were all pretty awful.
No.
I've read 3 so far. There's been Totally Hulk, Awesome Hulk meeting Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
There's been Young Jean Grey meeting Phoenix Jean Grey.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's been X-23 meeting Wolverine back in his Japan days hunting for Akiko.
Here's my big issue with that. I almost bought the Wolverine one, but they're $4.99 a pop.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Chris, not even remotely worth it.
Yeah, so like there's no way I'm going to pick it up now. I'm just gonna have to wait till they're done, and we'll wait for a sale. So yeah,
it's a shame.
It is. It's a bummer.
You're a bummer. But yeah, let's talk metal real quick. I don't know what to make of it, but I do know that it involves a Justice League Voltron and one of the coolest character reveals at the end of a book in a long time.
Yeah, I don't even want to spoil. I didn't even say that because I don't want to spoil it. But the implications of what this book offers is pretty staggering.
Justice League Voltron.
That's really fun.
Dun 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 dun.
I thought it's a good first chapter for this kind of story. It doesn't explain a whole lot, so I'm not real sure where we're going. I have an idea, but I'm interested enough to keep going. You know, it didn't turn me off initially completely from the book, but I really, really liked it. I had a lot of fun reading it.
Yep. Look, Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder are just a quality team. And I don't think he's ever handled a true event yet. I think this is Snyder's first actual event.
I think you're right, because he did Batman, they did Superman for a little bit, and then he went to All-Star Batman immediately after. He hasn't really had a main event.
Right, this is a slightly bigger deal than his own Court of Owls, Night of the Owls crossover and Death of the Family crossovers.
Yes.
But man, I don't know.
He's done really well with the family tie-ins, but he hasn't really done a whole lot.
This is his first time handling pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
No, I am too. I'm very pleased so far.
Let's.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's up?
Nothing. Go on.
No, I was going to say let's jump into some games because it's not too big of a week. Where the show's going to be a little. Smaller than normal, but what you going to do?
It is what it is. Let's wrap. Tell me about some video games.
Well, Chris, do you want the good, the bad, or the heart-wrenching?
What an option. Give me the bad first.
Well, the bad is basically the Xbox hour. Let's wrap Xbox and just how things aren't looking too hot for old Microsoft in 2017.
Old Microsoft.
And what's crazy about it is that we are, without a doubt, unless you are an Xbox One owner solely, that's the only system you have, 2017 is one of the best years in games in recent memory, hands down. It's not even a contest. But that's kind of if you have a 3DS or a PS4 or a PC or a Switch. The Xbox, outside of third-party multiplats, has only had a single game to its name so far, and that's Halo Wars 2. Now,
which I have Halo Wars 2 on my Amazon wish list, and I've watched it drop from 60 to 30-ish.
That's going to be a great Black Friday sale pickup because it's 30 or below, and you know what? It's definitely worth it. But the problem is, it came out a week apart from Horizon Zero Dawn and then Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you're not going to capture the industry's interest with that. And it's a shame because it's a solid game with a great story, especially if you're a Halo fan. However, going back, they had this year is going to see their big Xbox One X come out. And diehards of Xbox are saying that, it doesn't matter what happens once it comes out, things are going to change, we're going to reverse it, everything's going to be true 4K. And then you start realizing that no, it won't be true 4K. Games like Assassin's Creed and stuff, they're not going to be this big magical sauce catch-all. I don't know how to put it. It's basically just going to be a slightly more powerful PS Pro. And at $500, you're not going to suddenly change the Xbox's positioning over the holidays. So, I don't know. And then their big holiday exclusive was Crackdown 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got delayed to 2018, they announced today, which is a huge blow because when Scalebound was announced or canceled, in a press announcement, Phil Spencer was like, we regret to inform this, but we have a great lineup for 2017, including Halo Wars 2, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, and Sea of Thieves. And now all of those games have been delayed to 2018 except for Halo Wars. So it's rough right now to be an Xbox gamer. And to expand on that, the NPD numbers leaked that come out tomorrow, and we now know the top 3 consoles of July, which were Switch at number 1, PS4 at number 2, and 3DS at number 3. Xbox is now a 4th place console. And yet, some of it can be explained away as people holding off for the new Xbox, but not many, because it's just the majority of people looking forward to it are people that already own an Xbox. It comes down to the lack of games and the lack of games with marketing deals. So when people see on TV these video games, they're seeing PlayStation logos everywhere. It's unfortunately a very rough time to be an Xbox fan. And as someone, we were really counting on Crackdown because that was going to be our game to be played at the 24-hour charity for Extra Life. We were going to do Crackdown 3 co-op.
It sure was.
It was going to be great. And then we were going to do State of Decay 2 co-op.
Yeah.
Can't do either. But what are we going to play, Chris?
Mario
Party it is.
Let's just play regular Mario. Get the All-Star thing for the Wii. Run that. It'll be fun.
Fun. That's a great idea. Who knows? You know what we could play, Chris? A competitive tournament of Nidhogg 2, which came out this week.
For 24 hours?
No. We'll swap games, but that could be one of the games.
Well, we need to talk about it and get it all squared away.
I'm just saying. And then the loser gets kicked in the dick.
No, I don't like that.
Just saying.
I don't like that. I have a bad feeling about how that's going to play out.
Nah, bro. You're real good at Nidhogg.
Mm-hmm.
Nidhogg.
Nidhogg.
But yeah, Nidhogg 2 came out this week, Chris.
Yeah. That's
so
right.
I need to pick it up.
Yes, I need to get it as soon as I get paid again.
Well, if you get it before next Tuesday, it's $5 off. So instead of $15, it's like $11.
I like that.
Now, here's some good news, Chris.
Good news.
Remember last time I talked about PlayerUnknown Battleground and how it sold 5 million?
Yes.
And then the following week, I was like, oh my goodness, it hit 6 million?
Yes.
Guess what it hit yesterday?
What did it hit yesterday?
7 million.
Wow.
This game does not stop.
This game moves with the speed of an uncontrollable freight train.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw that movie with Chris Pine.
Guess what else came out?
What?
Sonic Mania, Chris.
Yeah, my Twitter's been all about Sonic Mania all day.
Because it's really damn good. What's great is, okay, so there's a handful of brand new worlds, but half the game is remixes of classic worlds, where the first act of each world will be an actual like recreation of the original. And then part 2 will be a complete remix, adding new mechanics, a remixed song and everything. And it feels really great. It feels like a true Sonic sequel.
Yeah.
And what's great about this is a fan-made game, Chris. This is not made by the actual Sonic team.
Yeah, Sonic Team should feel something akin to shame.
Sonic Team is busy working on Sonic Forces, which is going to come out to a resounding wet fart. Whereas Sonic Mania is guaranteed to be in like Game of the Year talks and like best revamp of a franchise ever type of talk. Like, it's that level, Chris. It feels like a Genesis era Sonic game, and it never missed a beat. It's crazy. So yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
and
I've been hearing about it all day.
There's one other game we need to talk about before we wrap it up today. Like I said, it was going to be a quick episode.
Well, we went to the bad, we went to the good. What's the ugly?
No, I didn't say ugly. I said heartbreaking.
Oh, what was heartbreaking?
Let's talk Hellblade.
Okay, let's talk it.
Let's talk Hellblade.
What is Hellblade?
Hellblade is a game I played with Caitlin over the weekend.
Hello.
Hi.
Chris, Hellblade is the new game by Ninja Theory, the people that did Devil May Cry, Enslaved, Heavenly Sword, stuff like that. And it follows a Celtic warrior who is descending to Helheim to fight Hela for the right to save her lover's soul that was killed when the Viking wouldn't.
You can just leave it at he was killed.
That's the whole point. When people invaded.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Got it.
Norsemen.
Yes.
That's literally not a spoiler. That's the premise of the game. Anyway, what makes this game fascinating, Chris, is it plays one part like a walking simulator style, and then one part like one-on-one gladiator combat. But the real twist to this game is the fact that they partnered up with a lot of mental health specialists, because Senua in the game, your main character, suffers from acute psychosis. And so things like delusions and hearing voices and
patterns out of everyday
hallucinations and finding patterns in mundane objects and stuff are all represented. And there's a featurette in the game when you beat it, where you can it's a documentary, and they talk about all the different places they went and experts they partnered up with, and how they met with people with these different psychoses and modeled the game after their experiences and like got their approval. Like, did we show your mental health issue in a way that doesn't seem exploitative and everything? And it's fascinating how it handles it. And they recommend you wear headphones, because when you hear the voices are constant in the game, and they'll come at you from the left and the right, and you can hear them behind you, and they're always in your head talking like, do this, don't do this. Like, half of them will be cajoling you, half of them will be encouraging you to go on. And as you play the game, you continually question, like, what's real? Is this actually happening to her? Is it all in her head? The whole game is fantastic and is so tense, and it grips you. And we sat there and played it in like 2 sittings, and it was amazing. Like, I would be sitting there going, what do you want to do? She's like, I want to watch you play more Hellblade.
That's awesome.
It's damn good, Chris. You will see it pop up in Game of the Year discussions.
All right, that sounds great.
Hellblade is damn great. Yeah, it's called binaural audio.
Okay.
And they showed the microphone that they use, and it's crazy. It's modeled after 2 ears. and as people walk, it captures sound in a 3D space. Oh man,
That's neat.
it is cray, son.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I can talk about without actually getting into specifics, but it details Norse mythology and heavily influenced by Ragnarok. And the audiobooks in the game where you find these mystic runestones, they actually, each chapter, the runestones tell a very classic Norse myth. And it's amazing, like the story of Balder and how he was killed by mistletoe. And like
how Odin loses his eye.
Odin loses his eye, the story of the Valkyries and the Odin sword and Ragnarok as a whole. And it's fascinating, like just experience it, especially knowing that Thor Ragnarok, the movie's coming out, and seeing how this is basically if the Marvel Thor is the Disney-fied version, this is the Brothers Grimm version of a fairy tale.
Yeah.
But man, what did you think?
Fucking good.
There you go.
Well, you've convinced me to check it out.
You really should.
Dude.
It took us like what, 8 hours maybe?
Look, Chris, I know that you have a propensity to actually just watch a Let's Play. But I honestly think if you and Callie sat down and experienced it together, you would be gripped in like watching it together.
Do you want to talk about the permadeath dynamic?
Yeah. Oh, and she has this. She's infected by something called the rot, and every time you die in battle, the rot grows. And if the rot reaches your head, you experience permadeath, Steel Battalion style.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. And the combat's very satisfying, very heavy, very weighty. A lot of parries and slashes. Like, it's not very complex. It's only 4 buttons. But it doesn't matter because it's so good, and there is an easy option, so you can just steamroll it for the story. But man, Chris, the game went from like, I'm gonna check it out because I liked their games beforehand. I didn't really know much about it going in, but yeah, bro,
that sounds awesome.
do it, believe it. So anyway, that also answers the what have you been playing this week?
Yeah. I haven't played anything this week.
I finished Pyre. I platinumed Hellblade, and I'm on stage 5 of Sonic Mania. So it's been my biggest video game playing week in ages, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, you've been kind of killing it.
Also, chat says play Hellblade.
Well, okay. Yeah. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't played anything this week. I just haven't had any desire to do anything, so I've been kind of chilling. Which is weird because Agents of Mayhem came out yesterday.
Yes. Let's talk about that, like, ineffectual launch.
Yeah, because it just kind of poofed. And I wouldn't have known if I hadn't seen a streamer I follow on Twitter say, hey, I'm playing Agents of Mayhem this week.
Exactly. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
However, I will say this: if they were smart, now that Crackdown's gone, Agents of Mayhem is basically Crackdown Light.
Yeah.
Their marketing has been very brazen and like tongue-in-cheek, off-the-cuff style so far. Like, I don't know if you followed it, where they actually made a video and put it on Pornhub.
No, I didn't. That's great.
Yeah, one of their trailers was released via Pornhub, where they made like a bad porn parody of their game. Like with the really cheesy acting and the terrible sex puns for Agents of Mayhem.
I gotta tell you, I love Volition a lot.
Yeah, oh no, they're great with that. But I really think that they should do something with a play on the word Crackdown. Like, looking for something to play this holiday, like Crackdown and pick up like Agents of Mayhem or something, like play off the fact that this game got canceled and it was your main competition genre-wise, and now you have the holiday to yourself. Like, make a holiday sale and a new marketing push, and that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like, do it in not mean-spirited.
I gotta say though, Kotaku had my favorite summation of Agents of Mayhem with G.I. Joe Overwatch.
Yeah.
So that's all I need to hear.
I mean, yeah, it's Overwatch meets Saints Row, basically.
Yeah.
A lot easier to describe than Fortnite.
God, right?
72 different genres merged into one.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about the fact that speaking of 70 genres merged into one, We Happy Few is coming out. It's got a release date next year.
You know what? I've heard the game has changed so much since we played it.
Well, it kind of would have to be.
But what's great, Chris, is because we got it back in the day, we get it when it launches.
Yeah.
So I can actually try it out without having to drop because it's raising in price. This is now the second game to do it. We Happy Few and Ark Survival Evolved are both going from $30 early access games to $60 full price retail games.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually poses an interesting point. Is a lot of people were upset when We Happy Few today was announced for PS4. We're like, guys, you always knew that was the case.
Yeah.
Xbox gets early access games, but these aren't Xbox games. Ark and We Happy Few are coming. We're always going. Once they were done, we're always going to come at it. And same with PlayerUnknown Battleground. It's going to hit Xbox's holiday, and then once the game launches next year, it'll be on everything.
Yeah, it would be stupid not to be.
Exactly. But yeah,
but I'm excited to see what they change to it.
Samesies.
Because I think that beta was a blessing and a curse. A curse in that people saw it and everyone kind of lost interest.
Well, yeah, I mean that trailer made it feel like BioShock, and then the gameplay was not.
And that's the blessing, is that they're gonna look at it like, wow, no one liked this. Let's fix all the things no one likes.
And that is the plus side of early access, is you get that feedback.
I gotta say, if they just get rid of that hunger and thirst mechanic,
see,
already miles
you
better.
had fun exploring, but when every 5 minutes you had to run back and sleep and drink and eat, and I get it. Survival games are huge right now, and that's part of it, but that is not a genre I particularly care for.
Yeah.
So, But Chris, you know what we're going to talk about next week?
I don't know what.
Uncharted Lost Legacy, son.
Oh yeah, that is next week.
What?
Hey, real quick, what did you think of DuckTales?
DuckTales was amazing.
I thought it was super great.
Chris, two things I really love about it is, one, the boys now have very distinct personalities.
Yes.
Instead of just actually being color swaps of each other. And the voice acting was amazing. Like, I had a really tough time trying to figure out which Duck Abed was at points.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell any of them apart.
I could definitely tell Bobby Moynihan's Duck.
Which one is he?
Green.
Yeah, I guess so.
Abed is red, and your boy from Parks and Recreation is blue.
Huh. I think it's pretty tremendous. I loved it.
It was fantastic.
It's kind of everything I wanted.
It towed the line beautifully of being just a retro revival of a thing older millennials grew up loving, which is everyone's favorite cash grab nowadays. But at the same time, it didn't feel like a cheap cash grab. It was like, no, we're actually legit going to revive DuckTales and make it relevant again. And the new theme song is like perfect. The fact that Darkwing Duck's going to be in it is even better.
We also got to talk about David Tennant. Amazing.
David Tennant is in a resurgence.
Is he the most successful doctor?
Yeah, by far. Like post-Doctor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, Christopher Eccleston's like, I'm going to go do movies. And then...
He's like, I'm desperate. Fine.
I guess so. And then...
What's Matt Smith done?
Matt Smith, the only thing I've seen in is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
And he's also in a show called The Crown. Yeah, good part.
Who could possibly care?
Right, who could possibly care?
But
yes, David Tennant by far is the most successful.
Oh yeah, and I'm kind of really thrilled for him that he is.
So, yay.
Yeah.
That about wraps it up for me. Anything you want to end with?
I wanted to talk about DuckTales, and I'm glad we did.
DuckTales is amazing, Chris.
I am. I'm so excited for it to come back.
Yay. All right. Well, I'll see you next week.
All right. Next week, we'll be back with, I don't know, stuff.
Word.
Word.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out, chat.